today's shed bash begins at Ashburys Station near Manchester, and I'm going to visit Gorton engine shed. So the instructions were to come out of Ashburys Station onto this lane, which is Pottery Lane, and turn right at Ashton Old Road. So I'm going to follow this, and apparently I'm going to get over while I can. It's a dual carriageway this as well. Safety first. Don't want to get this on video, me dying, do we? Okay, I'm safely across now. So I guess Ashburys Station is closer to Gorton engine shed than Gorton Station, because that's where the directions come from. And that main road up there where the traffic lights are, I'm pretty sure that's Ashton Old Road. I do know this area a little bit. So there's a sign for Ashton Underline. So this is got to be Ashton Old Road, and yes, there is a sign there for Ashton Old Road. So we're definitely on the right track. You can say that out about a road. In case there's any doubt, there's the confirmation. Well, that was the easy part. Now I've got about a 1 mile walk up this road to get me to Gorton shed. I'll fill you in with any interesting facts along the way. Gorton took the shed code of 9G, and it was quite an unusual shed, in as much that it was a brick built roundhouse, but it had some peculiarities. It sort of had 2 entrances or something, but it was quite a substantial shed, and it had 18 roads. So I've only got about 3/4 of a mile to go now. The shed was located on the north side of the line, between Ashburys and Gorton Station, and it was partly visible from the line as well. My next instructions on the direction sheet is to turn right into Wellington Road, and apparently there was a door on the right hand side of this road that was the entrance to the shed. I never actually visited this shed whilst it was a working shed, but I did visit it when it was being demolished, or just before, and I took a few photographs. I'll see if I can dig them out and let you see what it was like then. I mean, the site has changed dramatically since. These are the photos that I took back in the 1960s. It might be prudent to mention here that the original motive power depot at Gorton was in the form of a roundhouse, and it was a bit unique because it had 2 roads instead of the usual one. There was a pillar in the centre of it which supported the roof, which was glazed. However, this was replaced by a larger facility, but was eventually converted into a smithy. Now, I did mention that this site had changed dramatically, and it really has, because the whole site has now been taken over by the new Smithfield Market. Now, this little street here is called Widnes Street, and as far as I can make out, this went onto Wellington Street, and this part of Widnes Street turned into Wellington Street. Of course, the whole thing's gone now because of this huge complex, and the engine shed entrance would have been somewhere through this wall and on the right hand side. But it was such a huge thing, we can still find more or less the same location as to where the shed was. I'm not sure whether or not this boundary wall was the original one, but it looks to be pretty old, so you never know. I think Gorton shed closed in 1965, if I can remember correctly. There's a bit of a opening here, I might be able to see something. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the site of where the engine shed was. It was a dead end shed, and it was a roundhouse. But if you look in the distance there, I'm not sure whether those are originally buildings related to the railway. They could be. So that is another shed bash. That's 9G done and completed. As I said, this area's changed dramatically because the works was also around the same site as well as this. So that's all we've got for now. So that's what's left, and all this is new. So thanks for coming with me, and we'll see you on another shed bash soon. Bye for now.